Hi everybody, Tina here with Loving Life's Little Moments, and this is our day 3 of our Project Life, my Project Life introduction to you guys. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about photos. And one thing that Project Life has done for me is it has made me rethink the way I take photos. And a lot of times, I have tons of photos, and I scrapbooked a ton of things, but I was in this mindset that I had to take, I could only take pictures of big events or events that I could scrapbook. Like, you know, I had to have birthdays and holidays, and I had said to Wendy at the beginning of this year, I said, I'm so tired of scrapbooking the same events. And for the most part, our life is very the same. And she said the same thing. She said, you know, we have a county fair here, and we happen to live in the town that it's in, and it's a big deal. And it's always been a big deal in our life, and especially because she lives here, she's gone every year. She's taken Macy every year. And she said that was the example she used. She said, I'm so sick of scrapbooking the fair. Like, I want those photos, I want those memories, but like, how many different times can I scrapbook this? Like, how many different things can I come up with? And so when I found Project Life, one of the things that has really just opened my eyes to is capturing the moments, everyday moments. And part of the reason that I really love this way of scrapbooking is it gives you the ability to take these photos that normally I would think I can't scrapbook that, I don't know how to scrapbook that, I don't know how to make a layout for that, and it gives you the ability and it gives you the okay to take those photos and save them and scrapbook them and put them and allow other people to look at them. And so a couple things I want to talk to you guys today about photos. I'm going to show you my new way of organizing my photos on my computer, and then I'm going to give you a couple sneak peeks into Sorry guys, it was Violet's nap time and I had to stop and help her out. And so I'm not sure what I was talking about again. So I'm going to show you guys some a couple examples of some photos that I probably wouldn't have scrapbooked prior to doing Project Life. And then I'm also going to show you the new way I store my photos on my computer. So there might be a couple different videos for this day. So make sure, if you don't see all of it, make sure you go down the post to get the next video. Prior to Project Life, this is how I stored my photos. And just this photo box, it's a Creative Memories box, and I had all these, and I'd get my pictures, I'd sort them. These are, you can write on them, so I would just write on with pencil and I would erase them, and then I would sort them sort of like this. Now this right here is all the photos I have from my childhood. This is it. So there's some of when I was in school, and some of when I was a baby. Okay, but this is it. From until I turned probably 25, this is the only memories that I have, which is one of the reasons that I feel so passionate about scrapbooking. So I would store them in this box, which, FYI, anybody that's interested, this box is for sale. It's a Creative Memories Power Sort box. Comes with these. It breaks down. It ships flat. I just want $15 for it, and $8 shipping. And it comes with, I bought extra of these dividers. So there's like 4 times the amount of dividers than what it really comes with. So I would sort them like this. So now what I've started doing is I get these. You can get them at, you know, Michael's or whatever, Hobby Lobby, Joann's. They're photo boxes, and I have January, July, and I have a set of them for the year, and then my photos go in them. And the reason I did January, July and not January, February is because if I get pictures And I get my pictures printed every 2 to 3 months. We take pictures on a million different things, and it's easier for me to sit down and have them printed all at one time. So if I get my pictures, I don't want January and February to be together, because now I work on my albums. I also work on my albums chronologically, because that's how life happens, and it's just how it's easier for me to work that way. So this is how I do my photos now. So I'm going to show you guys a couple pages. This is my 2011 album, and these, you guys have seen some of these pages. These are all the pages that I did in that 3 to 4 day span when I first started doing Project Life. And I just want to share with you guys some of the photos that I never ever would have scrapbooked. Okay, and I'm going to explain why. So as you remember, this is how I used to scrapbook, okay? Which these are adorable pages. I love them. I love these photos. Okay, but I'm running out of ideas on how to even scrapbook like this. Like, I feel like overwhelmed with the ability to put these kind of scrapbook pages together. So I probably had, for this event, us playing outside, we did that a lot last summer. We were staying with my grandma while my husband was working, and we were looking for a house. So our days literally consisted of, from about 9 o'clock in the morning until about 2 in the afternoon, playing outside in the pool and in the sand and building sandcastles. I have a bazillion photos. I picked 5 of them, okay? And that's not even a fair idea of what our life was really like last summer. So moving on, I do Project Life now, and this is a perfect example. These photos I took because this was my real life. Like, I'm going to be very real with you guys. When staying with my grandma, we were all in one room. My kids slept with me 90% of the time. They didn't have their own room. They didn't have their own beds. We were not planning on being in that situation for as long as we were. It ended up being 5 months. We were thinking it was going to be like a month. So this was really my life. They would get up there with their blankets. They would get in bed with me. I was pregnant. I didn't feel good. I had some health issues going on when I was pregnant. And so you can see, like, the headboard, like, I remember specifically sitting in bed and feeling like overwhelmed because there was so much stuff on top of the headboard. And I remember thinking like, oh, I wish I could clean this up, or I wish I could put it away, but there was nowhere to put it away. This was my life. And so I took these pictures the very last week we were at my grandma's, because it was nighttime. We were getting ready to get settled down, and they were laying there, and it just occurred to me that this was my night. Every night for 5 months, this was my life. And there's part of me that misses that time, and I wanted to have these photos to remember this time, but I have no idea how to scrapbook these. Like, I had put off scrapbooking these particular pictures because what do I cut on my Cricut? What do I title it? How do I just use 3 pictures? I probably would have cropped them down to make them fit on the page better, and then I'm losing the whole reason that triggered me to take these photos. So this is a perfect example. So now I love this. I love that I did it with my July calendar page. And you can see it just was, I was able to coordinate it with my July calendar page, and then I was able to journal and then have these photos. Okay, so these photos of Violet were super cute, and originally I had thought about, I have a picture of Kayla sleeping with Jesse, and I had thought about like combining those 2 sets of pictures and like doing this elaborate layout with the Toy Story cartridge. And then I just decided I don't have the time. Like, I saw Wendy when she did her Disney album. I saw how much time it took her to paper piece all that together, and I was like, there's no way. Like, I have no desire to do it right now. So I just added these to my August calendar page because they were taken around the very beginning of the time we moved into our house. I used a punch, did a little bit of journaling, did some journaling here, and now I have these photos that I really do love, but super simple. So let's see. Okay, here's a perfect example. Again, this is VBS. Kayla went with Wendy. when we first moved in, I had these two, Wendy gave me these two pictures. She gave me this little card that Kayla did and then this little drawing. So I had all of this sitting together. I had the pictures and these two things sitting together. And honestly, it took me all day to find these one day because I had been so overwhelmed with scrapbooking. I was like, I don't even know. How do you scrapbook Vacation Bible School? How do you, they're just drawing. Like, I would have cropped this all down. I would have cropped the church out. I would have, I don't know if you can see very well, but on the cement, they had wrote with chalk VBS really big. And I would have cropped all that out to make it fit onto the page. And you know what? This, I love seeing, this is the church that I went to growing up. This was the pastor that I had for many, many years. And it is a blessing for me to be able to see my daughter participate in that. And I don't want to crop that out. I want all of that in. So somehow I got into this place where I had to crop all my photos. I had to mat all my photos. I had to. And the truth is, you don't have to do anything. Like, that's where I'm at. Like, I don't have to do anything. These, I cut VBS and I will journal. Like I added this page after I had gone and journaled, but I have her little drawing. I wrote the date on it. I wrote the church she had gone to. I kept her little card and then I'll journal right here and then that'll be it. And I'll have those photos and it'll be, you know, fabulous. I did a video on this, but I gotta share with you guys something funny that happened. So I have this layout right here, and it's my husband cutting wood, stacking wood, bringing wood to our house. And I just did this on designer Stampin' Up! Paper, and I didn't use a page protector. I just did the basic idea of Project Life, which you're perfectly capable of doing. I did 2 photos here, and then I did a piece of paper and a photo, and then a piece of paper and a photo, and then I did my journaling really big here, and then I did some 3x4 photos here. So it was really simple. I still have to, I was thinking about maybe cutting a little something to go on this page, but really I'm pretty much done. So I wanted, because this paper is double-sided, because it's a designer series paper from Stampin' Up!, I wanted to do another layout directly on the other side of this. So look what happened. Do you see? So I was doing this really late. I did a video on this, and you can view the video. It's going to be on a Monday. So I did specifically this page for Monday, and I was filming it, and I was talking on the video, and I was like flipping the page back and forth, and so I flipped it over and I started doing it, and I went to put it in my album, and I was like, wait a minute, what's this about? And like realized that I totally, and it's glued right to this other, this is the other side. There's no second page. So it's like just down, like it just is what it is. Like I can't get it up. But this is a perfect example. I had this one photo. I love this photo. My daughter Violet has really, really blue eyes like I have. And they are like, just, they're very, very dark blue, and her eyes really came out in this picture, and I wanted to use this picture, but what am I gonna do? Like, I have no idea. Like, I would have no idea how to like scrapbook it. And so this Project Life has taught me, has made me realize, and has made me want to take more everyday photos, because I'm no longer stressed out about how am I going to scrapbook that? How am I going to make that into a layout? What am I going to cut on my Cricut? How do I do that? I'm just over it. And I'm just so excited to be able to look into my scrapbook. And even though this isn't necessarily a Becky Higgins design as far as layout, it has given me permission. And I talk about, when I do this video and you guys see it, you'll see how I talk about, like, even though it's not a Becky Higgins page protector design necessarily, what it is it has given me the ability and the freedom to go ahead and scrapbook this one photo and not feel guilty. And I just used a stamp here, and then I did cut out a little something on my Cricut, but I wasn't stressed out about it. And so I'm gonna show you guys a video on how I store my pictures on my computer, and it's another little video. You guys will this will probably be a 2-part post because I can tell that I've already talked too long. So make sure you check out that second video and take more pictures. Take pictures of every day, just your life, and don't feel guilty about how difficult it is to scrapbook, because it's super easy to put them into these scrapbook pages and get them down so you will have them and remember them. So thanks guys for coming by. Tomorrow I'm going to be talking about how I use my scrapbook paper, and I've gotten some questions about what I'm going to do with all my supplies. Like, you guys know I've showed you guys my scrapbook room, and you guys know I have a million things. And the truth is that I'm still keeping like my paper. I have a great video for you guys tomorrow regarding how I use paper now and how much fun I'm having using it. And then on Friday, I'm going to show you guys how I use stamps now in these pages, like how easy it has become to use stamps. And I'm just going through my room, and I am getting rid of some stuff. I'm getting rid of that photo box that I showed you guys. I'm just getting rid of some things that I don't use. But there are some other things that I'm actually now finding that I have more use for, since I'm not so stressed out about making these elaborate event scrapbook pages, and I'm doing more everyday stuff. So I thank you guys for all the questions and hanging out with me, watching my videos. Please, if you have any questions, just email me, leave me a comment. I will be happy to try to answer them or let you guys know what I do. And come back. We have 2 more days of Project Life, and then we're just going to jump back into normal stuff, and I'll have some more fun, exciting stuff for you guys. So thanks.